Good morning, it's just Ash. It's my first video on YouTube. I've decided to make this video to help those of you who are out there decide to buy a car but you have literally no idea what to look for and what to look for. I'm hoping you'll find this video useful. So let's get this started. The first thing you need to consider when you're buying a car is your budget. If you're going to finance it, you need to think about your monthly cost, which is really important, because when you're buying a car, you're not just buying a car, you're buying its maintenance costs, the repairs, the fuel costs, the road tax, and your insurance costs every month. You need to consider all of those when you're buying your first car. So if you're going to put it on finance, you need to make sure, are you going to be able to maintain all of them costs together and stay on top of it. Once you have set your budget, you can then start looking for the car you want. You can start by looking at websites such as AutoTrader. That's the number one place I would first go for, because of the fact that they have a variety of cars in there, and it helps you understand the pricing for the car you may want, or like what other people suggest you to buy. So it's best off starting in a website with so many varieties and so many different type of cars out there. And one of the best feature in AutoTrader is that it allows you to filter the search options, so you can specify exactly what you want in a car, and it will be able to show you those cars. So once you're on AutoTrader, you begin to search and you come across tons of cars. So what you need to do is to use some filters to get rid of the cars that you don't actually want. Start selecting the brands that you're looking for, and the second is the engine size. The engine size, it varies from person to person, so you need to be careful what you're picking depending on what you need. If you live in a city and you do a lot of short travel from A to B a lot, you should be looking at with something with a smaller engine. And if you're also quite young, you're between 18 and 25, you need to be considering the smaller engine, because the insurance price may be a lot higher for you. And if you actually do a lot of motorway mileage, then 2 litre is good, because they do tend to save you a lot more fuel in a long journey. Mileage is like a lifespan for the car, so the more it's been used, the more mileage you will have. I'll give you an idea so you can understand how it works. A car generally does around 10,000 mileage per year in an average. Some car does a lot more, and some car does a lot less, so it depends on the driving style and what they've been using the car for. So it depends on your budget, what you can afford. You need to be considering the mileage as well. So if the car is 4-year-old and it's got 80,000 mileage, which means that it's been used a lot more than what average people use their car for. But that's important, okay, when you're looking for a car. When you're searching for a car, trying to avoid insurance write-off cars. They'll usually have labeled on them, it's either Cat A, B, S or N. Those car has been involved in an accident in the past, which means that insurance company had to write them off completely, because it was cheaper to write them off than pay for the repair. So you need to be careful when you're buying those. If you want to know why, there are tons of articles and information online. You can have a look. I would stick to something which got full service history. It means that the car will be more reliable, and I can rely on the fact that it hasn't missed any servicing, so there isn't anything that could break down in the car. But having said that, there's all the stuff that's breaking down on the car, so you need to be ready for those situations. That's something I've learned from my experience, so the key thing to keep in mind. Every car over the age of 3 has to go through MOT test yearly. MOT stands for Ministry of Transport, and this check consists of car safety, roadworthiness and exhaust emission. These checks is quite crucial to make sure the car is up to the standard requirement to be on the road. So if the car has failed its MOT, it's because it didn't meet those requirements to be on the road, and if it has passed, to make sure the car has come with no advisory or anything that's due for repair. So you need to just make sure you check all those MOT test results before buying a car. So that's something I considered doing when I was buying my first car, because it helped me get a more clearer picture of the car. Once you found the car that you want, you need to start looking for insurance price, and which means that you need to start looking for comparison website, such as Go Compare or Money Supermarket. I find these to give me one of the cheapest quotation online, so I'll start from there, start putting some details of the car, and start comparing the price. Right, oh well, that's it then. Hopefully you found this useful and it gave you sort of an idea of what to look for in a car, and it just just to start you off basically, and more and more you'll be more experienced, and you'll understand what sort of information you'd want when you want to buy a new car. So that's it for my first video. Hopefully you guys liked it and enjoyed it. I'll show you a little bit of a clip before I end the video. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon.